Raglans, and I'm with Steve. Sorry, Steve. Is it
Steve, yeah.
Steve, Ross, Con, and Dan. Yeah? Okay. Welcome back to London.
Thank you. Good to be back.
Great. How did you first of all meet and form the band?
I met Ross at a music festival in Ireland, late night in the campsite, and we were playing guitar together, and I asked him if he wanted to start a band, and he said no initially, but then a bit cajoling, he said yes, and he knew Con for years. They used to play in bands together, so he brought Con along, we were playing together, and then Dan joined just recently.
Okay, cool. So have you always wanted to be musicians?
I wanted to be a football player, obviously.
Since what happened?
Music. Music, yeah. No, it wasn't very good.
I didn't know what I wanted to do, and then I just started playing.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, that's cool, I'll do that.
So who's inspired you music-wise? Ross, would you like to answer that?
Me personally or us? As a whole?
As a whole?
We all have different bands that we listen to. Like, I grew up listening to metal and stuff like that. So I was really listening to Oasis.
Yeah, I think we all have different. We kind of we all like great songs. I think that's kind of where Raglans kind of interest lies in writing good songs that people like. It doesn't really matter what genre influences it or what bands we liked before. It's just writing good songs and presenting the way that feel right for the score.
So, Dan, if there's anyone that you could collaborate with, who would it be?
I need to play the drum
Okay.
Like what then?
Yeah.
Mayor?
Mayor?
Yeah.
It's like Mayor like a horse, or is it Mayor like a bear?
M-A-Y-A-R. Is that what you said? I love John there.
Yeah.
And so you've written most of the songs?
Well, I'm just like a songwriter, that's what I do, but we all collaborate together. What you hear on the recording is like a lot of the time a long way from, the idea that I came up with, the song that I came up with.
So how do you come up with the lyrics?
Oh yeah, just in my head. Just write them on a piece of paper. Just experiences, and I don't like to write something that doesn't feel genuine. So even if the lyrics are written in a certain way that come from a real place rather than just making things up. I think lyrics for the sake of it cheapen the song. So I try not to do that.
So what's the story behind Down?
Oh, the story behind Down was I was playing a few gigs around England and went to a place just outside Birmingham called Dublin in Wolverhampton. And I've been to loads of cities and towns and they were all amazing, but this was terrible and it was really mean. And everywhere was shut down. And I don't mind that it was all shut down, it was that the people were generally not very nice. And just couldn't go anywhere because every time I walked in somewhere they looked at me weird. So I just sat in the back of my mic. So far you've played 9 dates on this tour, you've got another 4 to go, I think. Yeah. What's been the best one so far?
Glasgow, probably, and Edinburgh. Scotland is, they're similar to the Irish. They're just like really up for Edinburgh.
Yeah.
And they're really into bands.
Yeah.
It might actually be fun as well though.
Yeah. You have to say that. You're in London. And how did you manage to get stitches in your leg? Happened in York, I think?
Yeah, it's just St. Patrick's Day madness, classic Paddy's Day in York, the usual. No, I jumped off stage just to have a bit of a dance and a bit of crack, and didn't realise how hard the stage was, so when I tried to jump back up, smashed my leg up, and we started bleeding everywhere.
You've just recently come back from Australia playing at the Soundwave Festival, so how did that happen?
Basically, the lad who runs it just stumbled across our music on Spotify and loved it. Just invited us over to play at the festival. We were just so Spotify's not all bad.
Brilliant. Yeah, you do hear so many bad things about it. So did you get to hang out with people like Slipknot or?
Yeah, we were playing football with the lads from Steel Panther.
Oh, cool.
Kind of what a big comedy glamour.
Yeah.
And it's just everyone's just eating together and just kind of hanging out.
We got to get planes, for each gig, chartered flights with old bands, it was pretty mental.
Excellent.
We were playing with bands that we
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah. And how different is it playing in Australia compared to playing in Dublin, for example?
Hotter?
Hotter.
Yeah.
Very
A little bit hotter.
They have different accents.
They drink out of boots.
Yeah.
Like some people in Ireland do that, but not really as a not festival.
They walk around with snakes on their heads.
Yeah. I got a snake on my head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
That's what you're referring to.
Yeah. Oh, I thought that was the thing.
Oh, snakehead.
It will be now. You supported the Fray last year, which you were excellent, absolutely brilliant. We really enjoyed it. But it wasn't only in London. You toured the UK and you went to Europe. How did you get to be such a great band supporting, you know, a band that's got so many fans around the world?
We just, like, support slots are great for us. We love them because we basically just go and play for like 30 minutes. So you just smash through 30 minutes, play as hard and as fast as you can. That's what we did.
At the moment, there's a real strong Irish influence in the music chart. Certainly here, I mean, you've got yourselves, you've got Codaline and Cosia, and Damien Rice has come back on the scene. Do you think that this is the strongest time that you know Ireland has ever seen for music?
Probably, yeah. I mean, like, there's been huge bands like U2 and stuff, but now there's there's loads of big Irish bands. Like, Ireland had a pretty dark period for music for the last, like,
Yeah, when Snow Patrol was our biggest export, that's when things were going pretty badly.
and yeah, now it's just like, in the last couple of years, it's just been great. Yeah, it's like a Irish music renaissance.
Yeah.
Renaissance.
Yeah.
I was going to say that. There's only a song.
When you are touring outside of Ireland, what do you miss most about home?
My bed, my comfy bed. If I could just take that, maybe grand, I wouldn't care.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to find something.
Yeah, no, it's.
What about you, Dan? Your cat?
I just have to just drive this
Your
Yeah.
car.
Yeah.
And there's a cat.
Dublin.
And you're quite happy touring around then?
Yeah,
No, I don't really have a home, so I'm more of a transient kind of guy.
You miss your dog, yeah. Yeah, yeah. You miss the dogs.
Yeah.
I was just trying to make it sound soft.
and stuff.
So before we finish off, this will be the last question now. What would you like to say to your fans to then go through one?
Thank you very much for coming to our gigs, listening to our music. I can't wait to play more gigs and play more songs.
Thanks for coming to our gigs and listening to our music. I can't wait to play more songs.
Yeah, just thanks. You're great.
Thanks for everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks
Fire
for
up.
Have a fantastic week tonight.
Thanks,
Yeah,
guys.
thanks.
Thank you.
Where I can't